All right, here we go with a newer break. For the most part, most of the breaks lately have been junk wax breaks, but now we have 2019 Bowman. So this product released a couple days ago, April 17th. Cover athletes are Vlad Jr. and Eloy Jimenez. It is a prospect-driven product, so it's not for everybody, definitely. And the price point is a little bit expensive too, but it is Bowman, so there's a lot of prospectors and some pretty big prospects in here. I think the biggest name is the Tampa Bay Rays shortstop, Wander Franco. So I kind of cut the top because I don't have my cutter at my house. But we'll just bust it and we'll kind of talk about the product a little bit. This is the hobby version, so you get 24 packs. I think 10 cards per pack. Okay, that's off. One auto per box, and I was going through the checklist. I didn't go through the whole thing, but there are 62 different prospect autos that you can get, and some of them are like guys you don't want, like guys that are career minor leaguers that they throw in here to fill the set out, which I guess they have to do it, but it sucks for collectors. That's not what you're looking for when you do bust and spend this much money on a box. So I'm just going to make some different stacks here. That is ready for the show. These are okay. They got decent shine. Yordan Alvarez, who is a top 50, top 100 prospect. There's a Tatis Jr. paper. So this doesn't have the RC logo because the product came out before they had time. But I'm sure products going forward will have the RC for Tatis. It might take about a month before you start seeing them that way. And then the chrome cards, which they feel a little bit thinner. I don't know. It might just be me. And there's the papers. Paper stock on Bowman has been, they definitely went the cheap route years and years ago. And they made the paper thinner than if you open up a box like 2001 Bowman or 2003, you could definitely tell the difference. And then there's chrome. Mookie Betts, this is kind of like the 30th anniversary. That's like the 1989 look there. Yankees guy. So, I wouldn't consider myself a prospector, but I do like to track the young kids and kind of watch how they're doing as they make it to the show. I think it's pretty cool to see the kids develop and such. There's a ready for the show, Eloy. And there's your chromes. You get a couple chromes per pack. A lot of these, I'll put a lot of these in the store. The chromes and the papers with free shipping. So if you need to pick up a couple for your collection, I'll post a link to the video. They are packed fresh too, right? Terso Ornelas, he's actually a decent prospect for the Padres from Mexico. I kind of read up on some of these guys. These are always cool. The Scouts Top 100s, that's Bo Bichette. And then Jeter Downs, he used to be with the Reds. He must have been in the Puig Kemp trade. There's Sixto. He's with Miami now. I think he got dealt. Maybe it was like last winter. I can't remember exactly when. There's Soto. He's got a vet card and he's 20 years old. That's pretty cool. Kyle Tucker, who is squandering a little bit in AAA, but it is early. And then Juan Pablo Martinez, who is, he's 23, but he's a Cuban who is with Texas. I think he's our number 2 prospect right now. Does have a promising future. But we'll see how it all pans out as we move forward. Anthony K, Jimenez, and Pete Alonso, who's up with the big club doing well right now. There's a Joey Bart. I busted a box of this afternoon, and I didn't hit a Bart or a Wander Chrome, so there's a Bart. That's a slab can. And a Jimenez, it's all scratched up straight from the pack, though. That just happens with Chrome cards. It's not a perfect hobby. Topps isn't perfect. Panini isn't perfect. Cards aren't perfect, you know. You gotta embrace the imperfection sometimes. There's Duplantier. There's a JT. He's with Philadelphia now, but that's the blue paper to 150. And there's Daniel Johnson, who I think he's had prospect cards for a while now. As for the prospects, I think they did a nice job. There's not a ton of first Bowman players, but that's just because Topps does such a nice job with draft and Bowman Chrome of covering their bases and getting all of the big names into products. There's only so many kids that are left over. Speaking of first Bowmans, he has a first Bowman in this, Miguel Amaya. I couldn't say it for a sec. With the Cubs, Costello and McKenna. So we got an atomic. I think you get one atomic per box, maybe. Jazz Chisholm. I just checked his numbers. He's in AA, I think, and he's kind of struggling right now, but that's got the cracked ice. Like, those are sweet. Florio, he's in high A or maybe AA. This kid's a pretty big prospect. He's a catcher, though, so temper the expectations a little bit, I think. Ronaldo Hernandez. Trout paper. There's our auto, so I don't think this is a good one. Always check the birth dates. Ryan McKenna, 97, so he's 22. He was a 4th rounder in 2015. I mean, it's not the best auto, but it is what it is, right? Ryan McKenna, that's the base one, so that's our auto. Maybe we'll hit something else cool. I don't know. Personally, I like doing these breaks just for the pack fresh prospect cards. I think they're cool. I think this kid's a pretty big prospect. Or Elvis Martinez. Some of these kids are just crazy young. 11-19-01. I was a junior in high school at that time. Austin Riley, he should be up this year at some point. Joey Wentz, he's actually from around my area. He was a stud. Marco Luciano. The Giants gave him a bunch of money. Millions of dollars. He's like 17 too. They brought back this insert, the Rookie of the Year favorites. There's Justice and Sandro Fabian. Had to check this kid out. Julio Rodriguez. He's another young one. He's only 18. Michael Chavez. He's got Bowman 14s. He's about ready for the show, though. Chavez. I don't know how you say it. Yasniel Diaz, Chrome. And then that's cool. Vlad Jr., who should be up in a couple weeks. Try to slab that one. Albert Abreu, who's doing pretty good. I think he's a AA kid right now. There's an Amaya paper, and this kid's on fire. The White Sox might be up to something here. They got Luis Robert, I think. That's how you pronounce it. And then Moncada's looking pretty good so far. So, and then triple the effect with Eloy Jimenez, and definitely could have some power hitters there. So this kid is supposed to have like Gold Glove level defense, arm, and great speed. Christian Pache for the Braves. There's Brendan McKay. Christian Javier. I'll have to look him up a little bit and see. Bowman's just fun. If you're you don't have to buy a ton of boxes. You can just buy a couple and just kind of read the cards. I mean, that's kind of how I started collecting. There's Daz Cameron to 150. Or you can go on MLB.com and check out the prospects and just kind of read up on some of these kids and track them. I always like to stash some of the Bowman in a box and come back in 2 or 3 years and some of the cards have some value. It's pretty cool. Kelenic. There's a Dustin May top 100. Jumbos are pretty expensive in this stuff, so I don't have any jumbos to break. I might do a couple more of the hobbies on film if you guys want to see any more of these breaks. There's Andrew Kisner. Papers. Oh, we got an orange paper. Not bad. Ian Anderson. He's a good prospect. Orange paper, Ian Anderson, Braves. He might be a top 100 prospect, so cool. We didn't get a great auto, but you can always come back with some color. There's a Shohei vet card. That's cool. I think you get one of these a box, so it's a Florio. It's kind of like a Bowman Sterling insert, I think. Decent looking card though. Kirilov, he's not playing right now, but this kid's got crazy potential. And there's Victor Mesa Jr. So his brother's name's Victor Mesa. I don't know. They're both from Cuba. Victor Mesa isn't as highly touted as his older brother Victor. Parents got bored. Here's a Wander base. This is like a $15 card right now. I mean, I'm sure it'll drop off to like $5, but definitely a slab can right there. Wander Franco. He's young too. I think he just turned 18 and he's in A-ball, so that's impressive. And this kid's 18 too. He's off to a good start in A-ball. Nolan Gorman. So the kids aim to impress, definitely. Papers. We have a refractor of Gavin Lux. Those refractors are always cool. $4.99 on that one. And more papers. So I'll get these sorted out. MJ, he should be our catcher after Salvi. Kopech, 89. There's a Robert Chrome. What do you guys think about the way the cards look? Do you like how Bowman made them this year? Personally, I think they're cool. There's an Alcantara. Couple chromes. This kid, we should talk about him for just a second. Ronnie Mauricio, I want to say. I think he's only 17. Okay, he just turned 18, but he's also an A, and it's a big international signee by the Mets, so he's also got an auto in this. So there's some pretty big autos that you can hit. And that's Bowman. So I like Bowman. I think it's awesome, but it's not for everybody. There's the Carnage, and there's the stacks. I got them somewhat sorted into 3 piles there: chrome, paper, and insert. So I'll get this one uploaded. You guys, let me know what you think about this break later.